Hello Internet and welcome back to our RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 series. We are playing on Gravity Gardens where we can only build coasters. We need to get a park value of $500,000. And yeah, that's it I guess. Park rating's pretty high, which is great. What's our park value up to? $154. Really not a lot. In fact, I thought we were up to $170. Maybe our value is declining more steeply than I thought. I think the way to quickly beat this is to build a lot of small coasters or to sell everything in your park and then build a bunch of small coasters. So like the park value is going down over time because the value of our rides go down over time. But if we wait until like year 3 or something, erase everything we built in the park and build new things, their park values will be reset and we can just spam these really little baby coasters. We're not going to do that because I think that that's pretty boring. But I do think that that would be one of the most efficient ways to do that. In fact, I think we're going to just bump up the speed a little bit to get a little bit more income before we build our next coaster, because I want to build a bigger coaster. So that's going to be something that is going to require a little bit of money for us. And let's get some commentary going, because it's been a lot of narration, and I don't know if I would be very interested in that. Unlock the Hyper Twister wide cars. Hyper Twister wide cars. Comfortable trains with only lap restraints. Okay. So my niece is coming again this weekend. It was supposed to be my brother and my niece, but he has to work, so probably just my niece again. I don't know if I've talked about her in this series. She's young, and I don't have a lot in common with her, but, you know, it's nice to see her. I wasn't part of the family for a long time. I really took some steps away from the family there for a while, and I was away for a while, and now I'm back, and it's kind of like I want to be more involved with my family. So, and my brother is has some special needs, so it's a little, you know, growing up with him was a little difficult, and now that I'm older, you know, I'm a lot more understanding of some of his limitations, and it's always good to see him. I know he does not always do so well. I know I believe he's bipolar is his actual diagnosis, on top of many other things. But he tends to be very down and struggle a lot. So you know, I was looking forward to seeing him, but I guess I'm not going to see him this weekend. Let's maybe we'll just go pre-build again. I don't know. I'd like to build a big coaster. I just don't know the designs well enough to know which one I really want. So let's build. We got one. Didn't one say it had a lot of cars or something? A lot of big cars. Wide roller coaster trains. You would think wide would mean a lot more people. You would think that wide would mean a lot more people per train. I don't know if that's true or not. And I really like the idea of the vertical one, but these designs were very expensive. Maybe we will build this. Let's just build a custom design. We'll build it over here where we kind of have some space. Build it over the water. It'll give us more excitement. And then we can just connect to this path here, I think, where the covered bridge is. We'll just go here and we'll go up. Can you vertical? I don't know how you go vertical. Oh, vertical. You can't chain lift on the vertical though. Okay, we'll take that up, and then we're just gonna drop these kids basically as hard as we can straight down. Oh my goodness, that's so freaky. I would be absolutely terrified going down this. Actually, before we do this, we should look at the requirements. Vertical drop coaster requires a drop of 49 feet, a minimum speed of 22 miles an hour, and at most zero point 0.1. Wow, very low vertical G's. We can only have 0.1 max negative G's. That's concerning because basically every time we come to the top of a hill, it's going to be going so fast, it's going to give us those vertical G's. We need to start that way sooner, since we can't. That's going to be a lot of G's going straight down that fast and ending on that there. Is there a... No, I was going to say, is there a special... Let's maybe not drop them so far. And we'll just... Yeah, there's no like smooth drop there. We'll do on-ride photo for a little bit of cash, and because they will be horrified coming through here. We can do... Oh, we can do loops. So if we do a loop, there should be no... It shouldn't matter what the vertical G's are. Actually, it does for this coaster, even if we do a vertical loop. That's not good. Because if we do anything with a vertical loop, it's going to be negative G's, right? Like, you're at the top of the loop. It's going to be negative G. Whatever. Maybe it doesn't really matter as much as I think it does. I don't think we can power launch this at all. Yeah, this is just, it has to be a circuit. So, okay, we need to start thinking about moving them back in the direction we came from. So this seems fine. They should, oh no, why are we on such an angle? This seems fine. We should be able to maintain speed, no problem through there. And we'll go ahead and we'll hit them with another steep drop. And we'll sweep them back over towards the end here. Maybe we should do something a little bit more. Holding brake for drop. I don't know what that means. Do we want to try to maybe do a helix or something? I think we angle. Oh no, not helix. I was thinking corkscrews, but I guess that's not something this one can do. We'll helix up. Sure. And we'll take them back to ground here. The fountains, yeah, are going to be in the way. Let's erase the fountains. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Yep. Okay. And then we'll bring them down. I'm a little hesitant about connecting here. I don't know how easily we're going to connect to the station. We're just a little bit too far. We need to go. See, but the S is going to mess this up. So instead, we'll do the S up top, S left, where the lateral G's will be less of an issue. Then we'll drop them down, and then we should be able to bank into the station. Excellent. And we'll give this a test. Let's put the entrance, and the exit. And we'll give this a test just to make sure that they maintain speed throughout the ride, although I suspect that they will. Okay, small. What is happening? What is happening? Close. Okay, obviously having a problem here. Let's back it up. Chain lifting. What? Oh, you can test while the ride. Oh God, I didn't know that. That's so awesome. Vertical chain lifts. Why are you getting stuck? Why is this happening? Maybe I partway through failed to continue with the chain lift test. I didn't know it had a test while building function. Okay, I'm very confused by what is happening here. It is a chain lift the whole way up. Is it not? Is it not a chain lift the whole way up? Build the chain lift. And then we level out. Okay. Test the ride. It's so cool that it has a test while building function. I did not know that. That's so good. Oh, it's so fast. Oh, well, we are on fast speed. Let's go to normal speed. Still very fast. Let's keep an eye. Well, we didn't test it technically yet. We have to test it with this in order to actually get these stats, I believe. So we will test. We'll watch this train as it goes. We do have about $7 grand in the bank, so we are earning money. Corkscrew is broken down. We're going to buy another mechanic or two, I think, as well, since we're getting income and it's not really an issue. Okay. Keep an eye on this. Yeah, so my niece is coming. I mean, it's nice to see her, and I do want to be more involved with family, and she seems like a good kid. It's just I don't have anything in common with her, and I don't really know what to do with her when she's here. You know, I asked my family, I was like, well, what are you going to do when she's here? What are you going to do with her? And they laughed. They were like, what am I going to do? Anything. She does everything. She loves doing anything. And it's like, okay. I had planned to set up some Sega stuff for her, and I never really got around to it. The TV in there doesn't have an HDMI, so I can't connect to the TV in there. But, you know, I want to do something with her. We do have way more negative G's than we would want, but everything is in the high that we really want in high, so not super worried about that, and we're just going to connect the Q's, I think. So this is perfectly fine. We're going to go up 1, we're going to go up 2, and we're going to connect This is not a queue. What am I doing? This is not a queue. Go up, up, and then straight across. Is that right? Does that look right? That does look right. And then we will connect to the path as well. Up to, all the way over. And then we'll put a do not enter sign there as well, so that we don't have to worry about kids going into the exit. Do not enter. And we will put some benches, because I imagine a steep vertical drop would certainly make me nauseous in real life. So yeah, and let's open this bad boy up. Let's see how many kids we get immediately. So they did go straight in. We got the bobsled coaster, which according to a lot of people is one of the worst coasters in the game, just because there's so much, because they can fly off the track. You really need to manage their speed and angles. But I don't think that that's a super big deal. I'm not seeing a lot of kids come in here. I'm not really sure why. The intensity is not that high. I guess it is pretty high. What's our park rating value? 159. That's confusing. Wasn't it like 159 when we checked before? And we just built a new coaster. You would think it would be higher. Maybe it is just declining over time faster than I thought that it would. And maybe we need to spam some more little baby coasters. I think we could do... I think let's get one that does inversions. What is this one called? Looping roller coaster. We'll do another looping roller coaster. Are they in alphabetical order? Of course not. Why would they be? It'd be too simple. Looping roller coaster. We're gonna build a custom design. We're gonna build this right here. Oh, we can't really because of the... We'll have to raise it to the path. Not a big deal. We'll just go like this. We will go... How do you do a helix? Or not a helix. How do you do... This one can't corkscrew? Okay, I thought this one could corkscrew. We'll go vertical right. And we'll do entrance, exit. And then we will set this to powered launch, not passing station. We'll launch it at like 22 miles an hour. Let's test that, see if it makes it through the loop. It does not. Great. Should come back and stop. And what we will do, we will set this to... Oh, I thought we could make this do multiple... Okay, test it again. I thought we could make this do multiple fires. But it doesn't look like that's actually the case. Because I thought we could just make them go up the loop, come back down. And we'll just fire it like 3 times. And then call that the ride. This actually has medium, medium, low. Can't believe that. Let's try instead of that. Let's close this. Let's do reverse station. Let's go. Why can't we? Oh, it's okay. Lower this. Yes, and we'll lower this as well. And we'll go steep back here. That should be fine. And let's try passing station instead. Passing station. And we'll do 2 circuits and see how that goes. Because the stats will go up based on the number of times that we cycle that. I think it's connected to the speed of the... oh, don't shoot off the... You son of a... Okay, so that's not going to work. We need to... What we could do instead is... Which way is that? We'll do this. And that should prevent it from crashing. Because it's not going to make it up there. Yeah, the longer the ride, the better the stats of the ride. So we'll go back up. Come back down. Go back up. Come back down. And then that'll be the entire ride. And hopefully that gives pretty good stats. If it doesn't, we'll just go back to what we had before. And this is just an example of one of those little baby coasters that is going to increase our park value and whatnot. And we'll just watch those stats. So this thing should be open. We're not getting nearly as many kids as I would have expected. Maybe it's just because we're getting so much throughput. So many of them can fit on the ride at a time that it's just very quick. Why did this kid go in there and then turn around? What are you doing? Why would you go in a queue that you're not going to queue for? I don't understand. What's wrong with you? Anyway, medium excitement, medium intensity. Sure, this seems fine. So we'll go ahead and wrap around here. and we will try to connect. Did not know the queue came all the way over here. What we're going to do is reshape this queue. We're going to close this ride. I hate this queue. It's too damn long. So we're going to close the ride, filter the children out of here, and then we'll rework this queue so it's a little bit shorter and a little less silly. I don't know why it loops like this. I don't get why they would build such a long queue. It's just going to upset the children because they're going to have to wait for a really long time to get into the queue. So we're going to erase, I think, this whole section and just connect it like this. We'll be fine. So we can go ahead and do this carefully. I just cannot see. Really hate that. Let's go to see-through rides. Nope. See, you can't even if you can see through the rides, you can't interact with the thing behind the ride. So what is the point of the see-through rides? Go to see-through. Go to paths. Click the path. Okay. Click you saw. Okay, so what we'll do instead is we will do the advanced build here. Why are you kids in this queue? This queue is closed. We'll go do the advanced path. Please, God in heaven. We'll rotate. Okay, we'll build that. We'll get rid of this queue. I don't understand why they're in this path. I don't know what is wrong with these kids. Get out of here. Like, seriously, it's closed. It's obviously not meant for you to be back here. So I don't know how to fix this. Let's I mean, how do I do this without these kids getting trapped? Super irritating. I don't want to put down a sign for like 30 seconds while I get this sorted out, you know? Okay, well, that one nauseous child I could care less about. Get out of here. Connect these. Grab this kid. I mean, honestly, I just want to drop him in the water, but I have a policy on the channel about not murdering children on screen. Off screen is fine, but on screen we don't do that. So didn't really get to fix the path because these kids just don't cooperate or do things that make sense. So unfortunately, we're still going to just work up over this path, I think, to connect this one. So we're just going to go here, go up, up, up. No, 2 ups. Okay, and we'll connect the outer path as well. Up, up. Straight, straight. Great. And we'll open this thing up. Great. Oh, it says it's open. Oh, that's fungicide. That's the wrong ride. Open this thing up. Get a little bit more income. Thought we put a... No, that was on the other one. Never mind. Yep. So there we go. We got another ride that contributes to our park value. Park value $207,000. Maybe it just didn't read that we had built this one until the month ticked over. Maybe that's why that happened. Yeah, we can build another small looper right here to get a little bit more attention. We could further increase the cost of entering the park. I just don't know what the minimum value children spawn with. So we'll check this kid that just came in. $50 he came with. Next kid that comes in, we'll check him as well. $50. So I don't really want to go above 50. We want them to be able to shop. Because them shopping will put more money into, like, so if the kids come in and spend every penny that they have, they can't buy any of the shop stuff, they can't buy the on-ride photos, and so yes, we got that $10 or whatever, but the shops will begin to operate at a loss because they're not going to be selling enough things. So I would rather, I mean, we could just completely get rid of the shops and go 100% in on. But then there are kids that spawn with more money than that. What are you kids looking at? What is wrong with you? Just staring into space. Little demon children. I swear. So we want to build smaller coasters. What else did we get? Bobsleighs. Don't really care. Don't want theming. Why would it even activate theming? Water rides also I don't really care about. Because I think we're doing okay with the way things are right now. Why don't we build another small coaster? Where's the other looping one? What is this? Corkscrew roller coaster. We'll build one of those. Corkscrew roller coaster. We'll do the same kind of thing where it will just be... we'll just go like through a partial corkscrew and then we'll head back. Actually, you know, if you interlock 2 loops, you get a really significant excitement bonus, which would give us, I don't know how we would be able to do that, because I am not good at this game, so I'm a little worried I don't have the experience and the skill required to do this. We'll go ahead, we'll make it a launch so it shoots out of here. We need to make it run this direction. So what we'll do is go up and we'll angle. You can't go up on an angle. We'll do a flat piece that we angle, and we'll do helix up. Okay, it's in the way, so we'll go helix up the opposite direction. Go back, go forward, angle left. Oh, but we can't because of the paths. Helix up small. And we can't because of this. Hopefully no children fall in the water when I do this. Get out of here. Okay. And then we'll come out in this direct. Oh, but it doesn't line up. It puts us back the way we were just coming. Let's, maybe we could do a sharp turn and put us in line. Okay. And then we should have bled off a lot of speed, so we'll go left. I really don't know where we would need to line this up. So we'll try vertical loop left, vertical loop right. I just don't have the experience to know where I need to be. It looks like we come out of it right where this is. So maybe we need to be a little closer. I mean, it seems too close. Let's think about it. It would just hit. Do we need to be even closer? We can't get any closer. Maybe we're not high enough. We need to go, let's just go up instead of worrying about the S-bend. Okay. And we'll go straight and we'll try to loop. Like I think this is just one of those things that you figure out or you don't know how to do it. We're on the right track. I think we need to go straight. Straight. Then go up. Now loop. Oh, we did it. Okay. So they're interlocked. The question is it ever going to be fast enough to make it through? So what we'll do instead, and we'll make a really long high end there. What we'll do instead is use the reverse lift thing, which should give more speed than the powered launched mode. We need to, it needs to be a chain station. Chain. And we'll go really high. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully they don't collide with the other track or anything. I think we're too close to connect here. We can't really go this way to connect. We'll have to just figure it out. We'll go here and here. And we'll figure that out later. That's, even if that path looks ugly, I don't care. It's about the trying to interlock the rings. That's the whole thing we're working on, because interlocking the rings gives you a very, very large excitement bonus. So hopefully we have enough speed to make it all the way up there. It took kind of a lot of trial and error to figure that out. Hopefully that wasn't too terrible to watch. We did manage to interlock the rings. Look how close they are, though. Like, this is obviously one of those things that they probably intended, but looking at it is a little silly and unrealistic. I think we have enough speed. I think we're good. Oh, so close. Okay. And this should give a very large excitement bonus. And let's look at the other excitement as well. Is listed as high. We may want to reduce the number of cars to make that a little bit. I mean, I think we're okay. We obviously we made it up and we made it back down. Interlocking loops. How about that? I've never done that before. 7 and 7, pretty high on the intensity and nausea scale, but I think that that's okay. Let's go ahead and connect these if we're able. Up, up. No, we have plenty of space. Connect them. It is a shorter ride as well, so it's not like a really big deal if we messed up, like the queue not being long enough or something. Let's look at these stats. It takes a minute to get through the ride, so it's not a super high number of kids, but we can fill up the queue while we're not doing anything else. Basically empty the queue when the car comes in, and then because it only takes a minute at most, children will be waiting like a minute and 10 seconds. So I think that that's perfectly fine. Also, because we increased their excitement values, we should get a nice bump here from our park value as well. Interlocking rings. I mean, maybe that's not very impressive to you, but I'm actually like really surprised I was able to get that done as quickly as I was. I thought it would take much longer. This chain speed is pretty terrible. We can increase the lift chain speed. I mean, I just don't know how much that actually matters. Look at this. Look at that. It's so close. It's pretty neat. I'm pretty happy about it. Pretty pleased with myself. Great. Hopefully the kids like it. Hopefully nobody dies a horrible death. Because I did increase the chain lift speed. I'd imagine that just increases the speed at which they rise. I don't think it would have any impact on the amount of speed they take with them through the loop or anything. Let's look at our rides. Is there any way to see... I would love to be able to see how much a ride needs to be refurbished. Because I'm worried... We've never really run a really long park. So I'm concerned... Oh, the restraint's stuck open. That's not good. How do we change... Every 10 minutes. Let's inspect more frequently. I don't know how much that actually matters. Every 20 minutes. I don't really know what to set these to. Restraint stuck open is a little bit concerning. Because kids can die. Like, what if that happened on this one? You know, a kid would fall to their death. And that would be bad for the park. 74%. I mean, I don't know about refurbishing. I just don't know how often it needs to be done. Sure. Must be closed first. Really hate that. Close. Refurbish. Ride is not empty. Refurbish. Great. Open. Like literally I just close it, click that button, and then reopen it. You couldn't just do that automatically for me? How are you doing on refurbishment? You're also quite bad. $4 grand. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of money. Let's close it. Just for safety reasons. Last time was a vehicle malfunction. Refurbish. Ride is not empty. Oh god. Okay. I mean, it's just up and down. It's not really a very exciting coaster as far as things go. I don't think it's terrible, but... And we don't want kids to die. I think once kids die, your guest generation goes way down. And obviously kids never want to ride that ride again. I do remember that from being a kid, where I would intentionally build, because I was a little monster, a little sociopath. I used to intentionally build these kind of coasters where it's just a loop and nothing else. Then I would cut the track really short. I would wait and only let it launch if it had a full load. And then when it had a full load of kids, I would launch it and they would die in a fiery explosion. And then kids would never ride the ride again because it's like you're cursed after that. So, yeah, I was a sociopath. And of course, you know, what person didn't build like one really high grass section and put kids on it to just wander around for the rest of eternity, miserable and sad? You know, everybody did that. Or maybe they didn't and I'm a crazy person. I don't really know. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that that's a good enough place to wrap up. Park value is at $250,000, which is roughly half of what we need in order to complete this scenario. And we also need to repay our debt, which is 10 grand, which is not going to be a big deal. So for now, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll be back with more RollerCoaster Tycoon in the near future, and I'll see you next time.